you put in there?
Here.
Just tap. Okay. Had to start a new live, guys.
What else?
Just say head. Just click on the new live video. I don't know why I wouldn't do that. Alright, there's one.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Hello. Oh, don't bump it. There we go. Hey, Sugar and the Attic Homestead. Welcome, welcome. We're having technical difficulties. See, it's not even pulled up on that one. I have it on the TV.
There you go.
There we go. We're having technical difficulties. Turn the sound down though, it's gonna echo. Oh, we got two. Give it a few minutes and let everybody join up.
How's everybody doing tonight?
It's hard to see if he's so little and I'm blind.
Well, that's why you gotta look at this.
Yeah, technology. I'm not a techie person, and do what?
You can read it, then.
Yeah. Well, I still want to look at the camera though. He's got the his phone looking at comments too. But yeah, I'm not a technological person. Is that even a term? Technological? Techie? Not a techie person.
Tech person.
So I had the live stream scheduled, and then it would never like allow me to open my own live. So I don't know what happened there. So I just had to start a new one. This is my first ever, so there's probably some trick I was supposed to do, you know, in order to start it. But yeah. So give it a few minutes, see if anybody else is gonna come in. Oh, somebody left. Yeah. Might not be that interesting of a live. But I just saw her on Beyond Prepping's channel, so she's new. So welcome. I hope you subscribe.
So, what is it we are going to talk about?
We're going to give it a few more minutes. See if somebody else comes in. I don't really know. Just kind of just hanging out. Just, you know, chilling. It might not be that interesting for people to come in over here. There is off the wall preppers have a live stream going too, so I'm sure he's more interesting than I am. Okay, good. I'm glad. Well, since you're new, I'll go ahead and kind of introduce who we are, because you don't probably know anything about us. This is Wes.
Hi.
This is my boyfriend / husband. I don't know. I call him my husband. I'm Cricket. And yeah, We're pretty boring. We're glad to have you here. Just got the kids in bed, and I don't hear them, so I hope they're not tearing the room up in there.
No, I'm sure they'll sleep on
Yeah, right. Like I said, we might not be interesting enough for anybody else again.
Well, we're not really talking about it.
Got my Nutri-Grain bar. Plus, it is kind of late. It is 9 o'clock. A lot of people are in bed by now. How long have we been prepping?
I mean, you've been prepping for years.
Off and on. I haven't been like hardcore prepping. I've been prepping here and there. More seriously, probably in the past year, I'd say. With everything going on, like the pandemic and stuff. But I've kind of always been like, you know, in that mindset my whole life. My family's not really preppers. They don't even know I have this channel. But they're not, none of my family's really been into prepping. But I'd really say probably about the last year we've been serious about it.
Right.
Yeah. You haven't really been.
No, I watch a lot of post-apocalyptic television though.
Yeah. That's about the extent. So you like a hardcore prepper, been doing it for years, or you just getting started? It's so interesting how everyone on YouTube is in different stages of prepping. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I do know a lot of stuff.
You've done a lot of research.
Yeah.
Since '93.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, I was like, let's see. Well, I was like 5 when you started. So yeah, I bet you got way more than we do. You've been prepped up for a while. Are you in the U.S.? Are you in another country? I have a lot of Australian, seems like a lot of Australian subscribers. That's kind of cool.
So that being the case in Australia, you had to count what time it is there.
I think it's morning time there.
Well, there's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
No,
Right?
I think it's later than that.
Is
Probably
it?
like lunchtime.
Texas.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome. Were y'all hit with the polar vortex that happened last year? Or did you get spared from all that? That was some scary stuff. Well, there's 2 people on here.
All right, somebody else.
Say hello, whoever else is on here. Yours still says 1 on there. Mine says 2. Oh man, you were hit with it? How did you fare through all that? You know, I'm sure you did probably better than some people did having all this prep. Or having some level of preps.
Yeah, I know it's not the same, but the devastation we saw going through Michael was pretty rough.
Oh, yeah. Like, Wes is from Panama City, and we went through there, like, what, 3 days after Hurricane Michael
Oh
hit?
yeah. Like the second day.
That's like another story, probably for another live. But we witnessed some looting and some straight up SHTF situation. It was the scariest thing I've ever been through. And we weren't even from there. Like, we were just going through. Well, good. That's good. Yeah, I'll have to go and subscribe to your channel. I haven't had a chance to go check out everybody I saw on Beyond Prepping on her channel. I had to get kids ready for bed and stuff. So, but I will check you out. And Beyond Prep, I haven't been on her channel very long. I think it's been a few weeks since I've subscribed to her. Yeah, we're all new to this whole YouTube thing. We started about August.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was it's mainly my channel. He just joins me on it, but
It's your channel.
yeah, I mean technically. I'm leaving Canva. I've heard of Canva. I haven't I don't really know exactly what it is, but I have heard about it.
What's that?
I don't really know. I know a lot of YouTubers use Canva. It's like
Learning.
Learning.
Canva.
Oh, learning. Okay. Yeah. I don't exactly know what it is. I know a lot of people use it. It's for like editing videos or editing pictures. I know it has something to do with YouTube. A lot of YouTubers use it. Oh, I got 3 people on here now. Y'all say hello. I hope y'all got some snacks. We got good old Sam's Cola and some Nerds and a Nutrigrain bar. So what's that? You got popcorn.
I got popcorn and a
coffee.
cup of coffee.
So yeah, if y'all got any questions, just ask. We're pretty open. Kay White, hello. She has an autistic son.
Oh, okay.
She's the one that I've told him about your son and how similar he is to Hammy, to our Hammy. It's good to see you. How's everybody doing tonight? Is it cold where y'all are? Because it's freezing here.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's about, what, 27 degrees?
I don't know. I didn't check it, but it's pretty cold. It's like, we are in Alabama. Yeah.
Northern Alabama.
Yeah, we're northern Alabama, but it's to us it's freezing because we don't do well in the cold. We don't do well in the heat either, but
No, I'm from Florida, originally from the Panhandle, and
yeah,
I'm definitely used to warmer climates.
he's good with the heat. I don't really, I don't do heat and I don't do cold. I like just right in the spring. Good to see you too. It's freezing here, but not much snow.
Oh, we haven't got really any snow this year.
We don't get snow hardly. We get it once every 3-4 years, and it's a dusting. It's like
I was gonna say if it snows, it does not rain at all.
When I was pregnant with Malachi, we got that really big snow.
Yeah.
And that was in 2018. So, yeah. Well, yeah, it was 2018. It was like January or something.
I've lived here for 7 years. Going on 7 years. Mm-hmm. And it has snowed and laid one time since I've lived here.
Yeah. That was a pretty big snow, don't you?
Yeah.
You got more comments from yours. I can't bring them all up on here. Sorry, we're too boring. I mean,
no, we're not boring.
If y'all want to talk about anything, just throw it out there. I don't know how much my opinion matters.
Well, what was your reason for wanting to go live in the basement?
I don't know. I've seen everybody do it, and I watch a lot of live, so why not? I mean, I have almost 300 subscribers.
Just figured to just shoot from the hip on this one.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like you at all.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's definitely.
Well, I did that when I started my channel. I kind of up and did it.
No, I'm with you.
I have to push myself to do stuff, or I'm not going to do it.
It's all about stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. This was a big jump out of your comfort zone kind of thing for me. I don't normally just put myself out there like that. Some a lot of shortages. We actually have At first we weren't, when everybody on YouTube was like posting videos about the shortages in their area and the price hikes and all that, hadn't hit our area yet. It hit us all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. And now, like, when I do a Walmart grocery pickup, there's so much stuff out of stock. They substitute like half my stuff. It's crazy.
Paper goods are still in short
Yeah.
supply here.
They're
Toilet
starting to
paper,
limit 'em.
wipes, anything like that.
I missed
Well, you
that
know-
point. Okay.
Well, you know that that warehouse burned down.
Yeah.
That facilitated paper.
But
So-
I don't think that had much to do with
Well,
it.
no, but it that kind of hit like right around the same time that COVID kind of kicked off. They haven't replaced the warehouse since it happened.
Oh, yeah. K. White said, I live in northern Missouri. Southern and central Missouri got a lot of snow. Usually have more than the southern part. I couldn't deal with that much snow.
I like the snow. We just don't get a lot of that.
I mean, it's pretty and all, and I can deal with it for about a day, and then I'm done with it. I especially don't want to drive in it. Went to Aldi today, and the shelves were empty. The cashier said the trucks hadn't come in because of the snow in St. Louis. That's where the Aldi truck comes from. Oh, wow. I can believe it. I know it was a few weeks ago, I went in Dollar General, and the whole toilet paper aisle was just completely wiped out. And I've seen it low, but it was just all wiped out.
No, order cracking and not read it.
Yeah, that happens to us too. We've ordered, what did I order one time and they gave me something completely random? Ordered like cookies or something and they gave me like crackers or something. I don't remember.
I remember the time you ordered the shirt, and it was like 3 sizes off.
No, it was swim trunks.
Was it pants?
Yeah, it was over the summer. I had ordered, because I was trying not to get out into public and stuff, you know, because COVID had gotten really bad around here at that time. And I ordered some swim trunks with specific size and everything for, it was Hammy or Michael. And they give me a completely different kind that was like a size 4. And he was 12 years old at the time. I'm like, who does this? Like,
You know, though,
who does this?
it's worked out in our favor too, though. We've ordered generic brands and gotten name brands instead.
That just happened this past
I was about
summer.
to say, we ordered the Great Value snack cake brand, and they were out, and they substituted it for Little Debbie, which was a plus.
Everybody loves some Little Debbie.
Well, and we ordered a pound of ground turkey meat, and ended up getting 3 pounds.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
We ordered the little rolls of what is it, butterball, ground turkey, and then they gave us one of the packs, 3 pounds in it. So I think that, I don't know what happened there, but we got extra 2 pounds of ground turkey.
I have my suspicion that a lot of times when they say that they're out of something, like if it's, you know, tomatoes, bananas, something like that,
They just don't want to fill.
they just don't want to fill. But we have seen shortages. Like I said, paper supply has been the worst thing I've noticed here. And not just toilet paper, but paper plates, paper cups. Now, plastic hasn't been affected. You know, you go to the paper section, still have forks and knives and straws and that kind of thing. But just any of the toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, etc.
No, our Dollar Tree is not still
No,
$1.
it's $1.25, isn't it?
I think everyone else on here was reporting that it was $1.25, and for a little while ours was still $1, but it's now $1.25.
Well, and we also in ours have like the $5 section. The you know.
Yeah, it's $5 and $10 Tree now. It's
It's like the dollar plus section or something like that.
yeah, and I was telling Wes, like, it's kind of sad because the one constant we had that I know I could rely on was going in Dollar Tree and buying stuff for $1, and now you can't do that. Like, it was bound to happen because everything's been $1 for years. The inflation's just so bad, but you know, we haven't been in since they've changed it. We haven't really bought anything, but
Yeah, there's one up to one and a quarter as well. Okay, what?
yeah. I think it's pretty universal everywhere. If there's any out there that are still $1, then they better snatch up what they can.
Well, and you know,
It doesn't sound like a lot, a quarter, but it adds up, and it definitely gets expensive. You do a lot of gardening.
our yard.
I'll let him explain that.
All right, so our yard is a swamp. Um,
It rains all the time here.
right. Well, the way our house is built, it's a split level because we live on a slope, and we get a lot of runoff from our neighbors' yards. Uh, the far side of our yard is pretty much in a pond, and the right side of our yard, where we actually have the hill, is completely dry and sandy. So we haven't had a whole lot of luck.
Well, and we did raise garden beds to kind of try to help that. But then we've had like rabbit and deer and other critters eat whatever we plant. So neither one of us have a green thumb. My dad can touch something and grow it, and for some reason, we can't.
Our tomatoes came out 1 year.
1 year.
And our peppers came out 1 year.
We got some green beans too, but that was about it. We're gonna try again this year. We got some pumpkins and some butternut squash.
Yeah.
Or no, we didn't get pumpkin. We just got butternut.
We got butternut squash, the blueberries. Here you go.
But yeah, I'd like to get better at gardening, but so far we haven't had good luck. Fisherman can put 7 worms on 7 hooks and 7 ringgit fish master. You know, I used to work at a grocery store, and I worked in the meat department with some vulgar men. And I had this one guy that I worked with used to work on a fishing boat, and so he used that joke a lot. He used to say he was a masturbator all the time, and you know, it's a male-dominated field, so we had to deal with his shenanigans a lot. But welcome, Mike Hunt. I don't recognize your name, so you must be new.
Mike Hunt.
That might be his real name. Don't laugh at that.
I don't care. It's still funny.
Excuse him. Stop. Y'all excuse him. So welcome everybody that's new. So we're up to 4 people now. Yours isn't updating. But yeah, if you're new, just go ahead and subscribe. And probably hit the notification bell. So next time I go live, it'll like notify you. Because I don't know if people know that we're live yet. Whole series on gardening. Oh, okay. We'll have to check that out. Because we might get some good tips. Or do you usually like grow a lot of stuff? Or, you know, I'm assuming if you got a whole series, I'm sure you're probably pretty good at it. The thing is like, I'm sure we could be good at it, but we have 3 kids, and they're all special needs of some sort. So we stay busy with them a lot, and a lot of times we're stuck in the house, and we can't get out to do stuff because one kid will run, we'll end up having to chase him through the neighborhood, and then the other 2 get very impatient. So it's not like we could do it like as a family thing. So there's certain times that we can only go outside to, you know, work in the garden. But it's definitely something we need to work on, because the process of everything is ridiculous, and if we can grow, you know, our own food, that would cut down tremendously. What is so funny? He's inappropriate. Y'all stop. Grow a lot and share with neighbors every year. My peppers get over 6 feet tall. Wow. Our peppers got, what, 2 inches before the rabbits ate it?
Yeah.
We grew like 3 different kind of peppers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like banana peppers, habaneros, and bell peppers.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't keep the rabbits out of them. Of course, we didn't put anything over it either to stop them from getting in it.
First year we had that chipmunk.
We had a chipmunk?
Yeah, we had a chipmunk.
I don't remember a chipmunk. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's our goal. That'll be our goal this summer, is to grow something in the garden. Even if we just grow tomatoes. Best way to babysit kids is to put Vaseline on the door handles to the bedroom. They can't get up. We just have a latch on the back of our kids' doors because it's What is wrong with you?
No.
Anyway, we have some kids that wandered.
What?
Why are you laughing? I'm gonna kick you out of my life.
Okay.
Anyway, we have like door alarms and stuff so the kids can't get out. If they do, we'll know that they're out. But we don't have one on this one though. We have a chain on the door, but we need to put it on there. So.
No, our middle child got
Some for critters, some for bugs, and some for. That's true. We'll just plant them their own separate garden in the back.
right.
And then they won't want to mess with us. Or we
No, what you do
put a
is
fence around it.
you have their garden, which is really our garden, and then you have our garden, which is really their. You tell them that that's ours because that's the one they're gonna want to mess with.
Because they're gonna listen.
Right. Because they're gonna mess with ours. So that's secretly theirs. But you tell
Mike
them
says
that's ours.
fish guts in the tomato plants at the base. It works. I guess that could be fertilizer too. I don't know where we get some fish guts because we don't really fish. My uncle does though. The plant eats the decomposing minerals. Yeah. Yeah. Have you done that for a long time?
There's not too many places around here to fish. Not put it this way. No, not that you'd want to. I wouldn't want to keep anything out of that river.
Yeah, our local river.
It's trashy. It's a mud river.
Fish emulsion at the food store. I'm not familiar with that fish emulsion. That's a funny word. Emulsion. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm just laughing.
I'm gonna kick him out of the lab. Works on my pot plants and I get sticky butt. What? You get hugged, sticky bud? Well, I don't know about that, because we don't dabble in it, but if it works for you, then awesome.
And don't kick me out of the live stream.
I'm gonna kick you out of the last room. You eat your popcorn now. Let's see. Well, still at 4 people.
I'm amazed. Thanks for hanging in there.
Right, like, why do y'all want to be here? Listen to us.
Oh. The shortbread cookies.
Yeah, the ones that are for our children.
Mm-hmm.
When they go to
That
school.
are for the children. For school.
Anyone else's spouses eat their kids' snacks that they're not supposed to be eating.
I just thought that if anybody saw that video where you got these shortbread cookies, that they would want to know
Oh, they're just dying for a review.
whether or not they're bad or
Dark
good,
cookies.
and they are delicious.
Well, let everybody know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And your kids are sleeping. They're in bed. I don't know if they're actually sleeping.
Our teenager's not. I can hear.
Yeah, our teenager's not. He's kind of talking to himself in there in his bedroom. They usually go to bed at 9, but we put them to bed about 30 minutes early today because I knew I was going live, and it'd be impossible to get them in bed and then do the live. So, but they both, my middle son and my young son, have sleep issues, and it takes a while to shut their brain off for them to go to sleep. So we give them melatonin every night. So usually after 30 minutes it kicks in and then they go to sleep.
Well, and our oldest son, even though he's nonverbal, he babbles to himself.
Yeah,
and
he'll talk to himself for a while.
I was about to
before
say
he goes to sleep.
he'll babble himself to sleep.
What did you say? You could read it out loud, then.
Hold on.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You tried LDS home storage? You don't have to. No, but I've heard of it. I definitely have heard of it, and I will check them out. Because I've heard that their prices are really, really reasonable. The LDS home storage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll definitely will check them out. What did he say? What you would get one of that?
It's a funny joke.
Oh my god. Mike Hutton's full of jokes today.
I'm about to say, Mike's pretty funny too.
So what have you guys been doing this week? Anybody been prepping it up? Or y'all taking off week? We've taken an off week. Because Wes has had COVID. Scary, scary COVID. And he's been out of work for a couple weeks, so. We're just going to hold on to our money for a little while. Till we can get stuff straightened out. You know, because that's life.
Call ahead for hours and see what they have in stock.
So is it like, you can order online and they ship it to you? 'Cause I'm pretty sure they just ship it to you. Most places do. 'Cause I know there's actual stores, right? If I'm not mistaken, out in Utah. What is they have heard of actual LDS stores? Stores? What is the actual term for it?
Shipping is really expensive.
Ooh.
Isn't it everywhere?
Yeah. We learned that when Wes and I, we stopped when the pandemic hit because people weren't buying, but we were selling on eBay. Some of the shipping costs were, what, out
Oh, on
there.
those bulk boxes?
No,
No,
on like when people bought from us when we sent it, the shipping.
Just selling over the, oh yeah, absolutely.
Physically go there. You know, I don't think we have any stores here. And you said you're in Texas, they have stores in your area? So where Alabama's always behind. We don't have any of the cool stuff.
No,
We don't.
we have government ran.
Sorry,
We have government ran liquor stores.
What are you selling? Well, we're not currently selling, but we were selling collectible type things. He had the Funko Pops, the little vinyl figures. He sold. What else did you sell? You sold like some other kind of figures.
The mystery minis.
Just looking around for a list. Okay. I'll definitely look, because there might be some here. I just don't know about them. But yeah, what else you sold the figures?
I'm about to say, most of the figures I sold were Funko brand. The mystery minis, the pops. The mystery minis were mostly the horror brand.
We also
Sold comic books.
bought Amazon returns.
Mm-hmm.
We'd get a big shipment out of Amazon return. And some of the stuff would be broken, not really sellable. We'd sell it locally if it was something that was still usable. But online, we would sell just all kind of stuff.
And those boxes.
It wasn't just collectibles.
I'm about to say, those boxes from Amazon, they were all over the place with the like totally random.
We weren't too impressed with it. I guess the boxes that we got.
From baby oil to RC engines. I mean,
yeah,
really.
we got. You made a lot on the RC engine though.
I did.
It was for an RC car or something, but you got like $90 for it or something.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the stuff we got just wasn't worth reselling, and it took us a long time to sell off that stuff.
Yeah.
But dumpster diving, curb shopping. They've kind of stopped the dumpster diving in our area. I used to years ago, and then now places put locks on their dumpsters. Or
they're super regulated around here, and also just plain out most of the dumpsters around here haven't been good.
Yeah, I used to work at a retail store, and we would have a lock on our dumpster. We weren't allowed to have anybody get anything out, because what would happen was people would come fish stuff out of the dumpster and then go back in the store and try to like do a return and get money back on it. So as hard as it was to watch, we had to destroy stuff before we put it in the dumpster.
No.
Like cut cords to vacuum cleaners and all that, in case anybody did get in the dumpster, they couldn't get it out and try
We
to
did
repair it.
really well on that storage unit.
Yeah, we did buy a storage unit one time. That's the only one we've ever bought though.
About that, we made our money back plus like a $40 profit the very next day selling one
We
item.
spent what?
It's like $60.
No, it was more than that. I think it was like 100.
No, because
It wasn't 60. It was more than that. Maybe 80.
no, it was
I
like
don't
$60.
remember. It
Either
was a
way,
while.
we sold that trumpet for $100.
Yeah, there was a trumpet in there, and we sold it to a guy that owned a Mexican restaurant about 45 minutes away from us,
Mhm.
and he bought it for their mariachi band. So
No, we turned right around and bought food.
yeah, and then we went to the Mexican place to sell them the trumpet, and then we turned around and spent some of that money back with them and bought some tortas, some like Mexican sandwiches. They were really good too. What you saying?
Nothing all that.
What? You heard that word?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You're welcome, buddy. What? I can't see the comments on here. They're not popping up.
Good laughing.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Ah, there it goes. I think it's gonna show now. Oh. Kicking stuff. Well.
This has been successful.
Yeah, I was hoping to be more people. I'm glad that people are in there actually talking to us. Appreciate you guys.
Right.
I don't want to make y'all think we don't appreciate them. Y'all, I keep feeling like this is not angled right. We're so far away.
It's not angled right. There.
What now? You just look like you're showcasing yourself.
There you go. There.
Yeah, that's no.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys. So y'all tell me about yourselves. I feel like I'm just talking and not making any sense. So. I know we got someone from Texas, somebody in Missouri. Where else are you other guys from? Hemmy's in there. I don't know what he's doing. Singing. Are y'all still on there? Can't tell. See, we're so boring that somebody left us. We won't have any people. Talk about something.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
entertain the people. What? What is that?
I don't know.
I missed it. What is it? Why are my messages or I can't
Says-
see them?
Hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up. You other two people that haven't. I'm sorry we're so boring. This is my first one. And I think the time of night is why people aren't on here. So, but I am enjoying talking to you guys. Amy is in there singing. Do you hear him?
Oh, I hear.
Hey, what does your son sing to himself? Because I know Hammy, when he's by himself, he's either singing to himself or he's humming or he's just stimming and flipping stuff in the air, and it's so interesting the things he does to entertain himself. Now he's hitting the door. He's not even in the bed. We'll do live. Yeah, see, I thought about that too, going live at 1,000. So you have more people to interact with. It's just so hard, but you know, you don't know until you try it. And like I said, I think it's the time of night. If I go, earlier in the day, I might get more people too. That's okay. I'm still having fun.
Well,
we were kind of scared, to be honest.
You gotta try it.
Yeah. So let's go outside and not swing and see. Hopefully we anything. Don't have close neighbors. See, we do have close neighbors. But, they've never said anything to us about, but our kids are loud. And Hammy loves to swing too. They got a swing at school. They have like an outside area right outside their classroom. And they have one of those big, huge wooden swings. And he loves it. He's gotten in trouble for kicking people off of the swing. He wanted it to himself. But he loves it. And they just got a trampoline for Christmas. And he loves that trampoline.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he does some acrobatic flips on there.
Most of our neighbors keep to themselves, though.
Yeah. Well, see, to the one side of us is an elderly couple. We never hear any. We see them all the time, but we never hear anything. And then the woman to the right of us, she works third shift. So
she's always at work.
We never see her. I'm sure she gets annoyed with our kids being loud outside, but get crazy people like me. Yeah, you're definitely crazy, Mike Hunt. But you're entertaining. So. I want to go live in the country cave. Like, that's my dream. I don't like having so many people. Like, we live in a neighborhood with a lot of, it's kind of mixed. A lot of elderly people in our neighborhood, but there's also a lot of kids. And we're all on top of each other. Like, we're in an older neighborhood, so it's not like a suburban area where there's like cookie cutter houses and like you could throw a rock and hit your neighbor. But we are pretty close. And people speed up and down our road.
Well, we live in the middle of town, and we live in a neighborhood where there's multiple schools, parks, city hall, fire department, police department. Dead in the quarry. We're dead in the middle of town.
We live on the road with the elementary school too.
Right.
Like I said, it must be nice living in hot weather all the time. 4 feet of snow here with more on the way. Yeah, the snow is pretty, but I couldn't live anywhere where there was snow. I just couldn't. There's no way. I would be cranky all the time. Like, and the crazy thing is, my son he'll be 4 in June, and he's never seen snow. That's how often we get it here. And he kind of saw little flurries, but that's about it. He's not seen snow. Because like I said, I was pregnant with him when we got the last big snow.
Yeah.
And so he's never seen it. Well, this is comment from during COVID, I found an ancestry website. I come from a dumb family. Great uncle fought in the Civil War. He fought for the East. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, I've done 23andMe, and... What? Why do you keep laughing at me?
He fought for the East.
Anyway, like I was saying, I've done 23andMe.
What?
You're not allowed to be in my lives anymore.
Okay.
Chat acting up. Can y'all still see me? Say something. 24 Celsius. Oh, negative 24 Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? I'm not that versed. You won't keep laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you.
Better get punch.
I promise you I'm not laughing at you.
Brother, sister, we got fired from the bank for stealing pens. Hang out now because I need to check on my son. He's being too quiet. Did not talk. Okay, Kate, I know how that goes. When they get quiet, you have to worry. We definitely know that, Owen.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully the next live will be livelier.
Yeah. Yeah, one can hope. Have a good night.
Good night. So, negative 11 Fahrenheit. Oh wow, that's still pretty daggone cold. That's like bone chilling cold. So, other than my channel, what other channels do you guys subscribe to? I know I'm probably subscribed to a lot of the same ones y'all are. It's always interesting to see, because sometimes there might be somebody out there that I don't know about, so. Some of my favorite ones I know are Alaska Prepper. I watch Linda's Prepper Kitchen, Martin Midlife Misadventures, you know, all that. Those are like some of my favorite ones that I watch all the time. Southern Prepper. I've heard of, I think I've watched maybe one of his videos. I haven't subscribed to him though. Deep South Homestead. See, I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to check them out. Oh, Lord. Deep South Homestead. Like, how far deep south are they? Because we're pretty deep south. Why are you laughing?
What?
What is so funny?
Nothing.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Prepper. Yeah, I used to watch Canadian Prepper, but then he kind of went like off of YouTube for a while. Is he back on YouTube? Because like I said, I watched him for a long time, and then he just disappeared and wasn't making the videos. So I think I might have unsubscribed to him. Do you for real have a moose farm, or are you just messing with me? You just trying to be funny? Because I can't tell. I got moose ears right here.
Tell you one thing I'm interested
There
in.
you go.
What do you think should take priority between supplies versus?
What do you mean? Like, you talking about the non-food versus food?
Yeah, non-food versus food. Those are now the
Food.
two official prepper categories on this prepper channel.
Is it?
Yeah, now it is.
Prepping in Canada, having Timmy's coffee close by, and yes, a moose farm. Well, that's pretty cool.
Water. Definitely water.
Definitely water. Used to, we haven't been the best about it, but every time we did a grocery pickup or we went buying preps, like we always got water when we did it, no matter what, and we haven't done it in a long time.
That's been a while.
It's been a while. We do have water, but we need more. We need to stock up some more. Really big channel. Oh, okay, well I have to go back and check him out then, because like I said, he fell off for a long time ago. It's been a while, so I need to check him out again. purpose. Protection, yeah. Little pew pews. That's, what? I mean,
I laugh because it's
you
cute
can't
when
say,
you say pew pew and
well, you can't say, I know on Facebook you can't say the word gun or else you'll get in trouble. You have to say pew pews or something ridiculous like that.
yeah, I'm selling my case
Water
on
filtration.
Marketplace.
Yeah, we have some Sawyer. I have a Sawyer Mini, and next on my prepping list is some kind of other filtration. I would love to get a Berkey, but those are so expensive. They're the big Berkey filters.
Yeah.
So they're like extremely expensive. I know there's some off-brand ones that are probably just as good, but yeah, that's definitely a big one. Some kind of water filtration, and we have a giant pool out back. We got plenty of water. We just have to have a way to treat it and filter it. So I say giant pool. It's an above ground pool. It's not giant. Must have for all preppers, pressure cooker. Yeah, one of my goals is to eventually get over my fear of the pressure canners, pressure cookers. Someone my mom knew growing up, she actually had an accident with one and it blew up in her face and it scarred her. And so my mom told me that story and I've been kind of freaked out by them ever since. And like, I know they're a good thing and they're very beneficial, and I feel like you're not a good prepper unless you have one. But that's one of my goals, is to get over that fear. And toilet paper. Yeah, never enough toilet paper. That's definitely an essential. Yeah. So what is on your guys? Is that what I was about to say?
These guys.
Use guys. What's on your list to get next? Obviously, I know probably everyone first and foremost is getting water and food and all that stuff. But do you go by a list, or do you just wing it every week or every payday and just decide what you want to prep that week? For us, we kind of wing it. We just get stuff here and there when we can afford it. And here lately, we've not been able to afford it. So we just do a little by little what we can. Because, like I said, it's been rough since Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a rough time. We've had everything breaking in the house. Our fridge is broken. Our dryer's broken. Our toilet broke. I don't know what's going on with it. We've had all kind of issues. Learning how to can meat. Yeah, I definitely want to do that one day. But the price of meat right now, like, you almost can't afford to eat it. Like, it's crazy. Solar panels. Writing a homestead manual should be done by Christmas. Oh, that's awesome. You'll have to let me know when you're done with that.
I would love to be able to do that.
Yes, solar panels would be awesome. I haven't checked out, like, how it works here in Alabama. I know some states, like the power company sells back, will buy power from you, basically.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really looked too far into it. I know they're a big investment, and we probably wouldn't do it until we own our own home, because we rent right now. But that would be awesome. Homestead manual. So what kind of things do you have in the homestead manual? Like canning and gardening and all that kind of stuff? Because that's really cool. I would totally buy one of those from you. One of these days we'll have our own little homestead. Like I said, we live in it's maybe half an acre. Like, we don't have much land at all.
What, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe half an acre.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Saving for solar panels, no buyback here off grid. Oh, okay. Winter here shuts roads down the weeks before we can hit a store. I dug a cool storage below frost line and it keeps dry goods and meat well. I suggest. Oh, okay. That's really cool. Back, that's what they did in the old days. They didn't have refrigeration. They just dug a big hole in the ground or dug a cellar. Yeah. It's amazing what you can learn from older generations that had no choice but to be resourceful and use what they had.
Well, my grandmother did everything on the cheap, and she really wasn't trying to prep or be a survivalist. She grew up during the Depression, and I know a lot of people,
My granny did
have that story, but she grew up during the Depression, and they had nothing. My family was dirt poor, so they had to recycle all of their resources. They any kind of container, they had to come up with another use for it. They had to stretch all their food out and everything. So that's just the kind of mindset that my grandmother had her entire life, and she helped raise me. So while I would never say that I've been a prepper for years, I guess I was just raised to be the term survivalist isn't right because that makes me think I'm like Rambo. And it's not like that. It's just being able to survive.
Can y'all still hear us? We had like a little blip in the connection. Says it's still going. Says it's still going.
Well, anyway, my point being is I was just raised to be able to survive without having anything.
Yeah.
And while I don't necessarily think that makes me a prepper, I think I am prepared for any situation.
Well, and when things happen, you have to be resourceful. You just do it.
Yeah.
It's like fight or flight, Little manual takes a long time. I can imagine. I wouldn't even know how to start. Y'all comment if y'all can still see us, still hear us.
Yeah, I'll do it sometime.
Well, the internet kind of cut out for a second. We've got some crazy wind going on outside. It says it's still going. I don't like getting any comments. I don't know if it's still going or
I
not.
don't know, but I'm sure everybody's enjoyed watching me eat an entire bowl of popcorn by myself.
No, you've been like going ham on me.
You said like a snack. I made a snack.
I don't know if it's still going or not.
It
What's
was
the Wi-Fi?
paused.
I'll put it on my data so we'll see if it pulls it back up. Oh, there it goes. Okay, sorry guys, my internet cut out for a minute. I had to put y'all on my data instead of Wi-Fi. Alright, does it pull that down?
Yep.
Alright, there you go. Sorry about that, guys.
Didn't even offer any popcorn.
I know, he hadn't even offered me any popcorn. You're not in frame, baby.
Oh.
It's your beautiful face.
Yeah, there we go. No, didn't offer any popcorn. Although,
What are the comments? I'm blind, so I have to like do this to see on the screen. Depression lifestyle. Okay. Learn from my grandmother too. Yeah, my granny was in the Great Depression. She told me stories too, and she said they ate a lot of beans and rice, which is, every good prepper has beans and rice in their pantry. Because you never know. I remember back when the pandemic hit, everyone started talking about we were going to have another depression, and I hope we don't. So far, I don't know. I better not say that. I don't want to jinx anything.
But it said beans and
But yeah.
cornbread. That's what. That's the only thing Gran ever had. Beans
Yeah.
and cornbread.
Well, it's cheap, and you can feed a lot of people.
Cheap.
Beans, rice, cornbread. I need to replace some of the pinto beans in my pantry because for Christmas we made the boys a dinosaur bin. And I did a huge bag of pinto beans. I need to get some more to replace it. Just reminded me of it. Are you guys still there? Not seeing anything. Oh, there it goes. Okay. The Greatest Depression. Yeah. And the thing is, back then, people were more resourceful. And people had more common sense. And it's kind of sad that, I know this sounds mean, but there's a lot of dumb people in this world. And they don't have common sense. And I hate to think, like, if we were in a depression, some kind of SHTF situation, a lot of people wouldn't survive because they can't use common sense. And they can't fight for themselves or learn how to take care of themselves and their family. Okay. Well, I know I just now learned about you, so I'm gonna definitely go check out your channel. And it sounds like you got all kind of stuff going on there, all kind of good stuff. Cause that'd be really cool to watch a video on the Great Depression. Say 90% will be gone. I believe that. I would like to think that we would survive, but we're definitely not as prepared as a lot of people are.
There's too many people reliant on
Other people.
other people. Yeah, and a lot of people say, good, people are too reliant on technology, and that might be true, but no, I think too many people are reliant on other people to do everything for them. And when push comes to shove, half of these people don't even know how to operate a washing machine.
Right, and back in the day, people helped each other, and people do now, but it's not like it used to be. People are always wanting for themselves, and they're not helping out other people. They're not helping out their neighbors. They're taking advantage of people, and I know not everybody's like that, but from my observation, I've seen it so many times. I see people on Facebook every day asking for handouts from people instead of doing what they can to try to better their whatever situation they're in. And you knowing that they're not doing for themselves. I see it all the time. So
Right, but what are we talking? Are we talking, just your neighbor coming over for sugar, or are we talking
no,
about
like
the
people,
apocalypse?
not people on Facebook begging for money or begging for people to buy their kid this, and you see it around Christmas
Oh,
time, and I
see.
know people go through things, but like some of these, I don't want to sound judgy, but some of these people I know they aren't trying to help themselves. I know it, and unfortunately the kids suffer because of it. And that those kind of people in a situation like that, they're not going to know how to take care of themselves. They're not going to know what to do, Like I said, I don't want to sound judgy because I'm not a judgy person.
Right.
But there's always room for improvement. You can always do better. Schools are very important. And my neighbors to live it, so I wanted to share my knowledge. Definitely. And that's an awesome thing to do, to share all your knowledge with other people. Like myself, I'm in my early 30s. I've not really buckled down and started to learn what all the things I need to learn. All the knowledge I need to help take care of my family in a situation like that. So having a manual or something to look back on, something to kind of guide you along the way, that's awesome. I know you put a lot of work into it too, because I can only imagine the amount of information that will be in that.
You should try to learn something new every day.
Yeah, definitely. 64, okay. Yeah, the neighbors, we don't know much about our neighbors. Like, we've been here 4 years. We moved in here right before my son was born, my little one, and we don't know hardly any of the neighbors. Like, we know, like, we don't even really know their names. We know this neighbor's name because we've gotten her mail before. But we don't really, like, this neighborhood, unless you grew up here, people don't tend to try to, like, get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't grow up in this neighborhood. He grew up in a completely different state. I grew up about 45 minutes away from here.
Definitely outsiders here.
Right.
But
so it's like,
it's still a
I don't
nice
want to say
community.
it's cliquey, but like people know everybody here, and if you didn't grow up here, you might not know those people, and that's where we're at. Like, we don't have any beef with any neighbors. You know, we just don't. We haven't gone out of our way either, I guess, to introduce ourselves. But
Who does nowadays?
now, I will say, when we first moved here, my oldest son, he got introduced to one of our neighbors in a weird way. When he got out of the house,
Oh yeah.
he, for some reason, crawled out his window, and we couldn't find him. And I was at work, and Wes called me, and I had to run home. And he had gotten out of the house.
Malachi was weeks old.
Yeah. Well, this happened in September. He was a couple months old.
That's weird.
But he was like 2 doors down, and he was on someone's diving board, jumping into their pool, and it had like one of those black covers over the pool, and he was butt naked. So this neighbor had no idea who he was. He's nonverbal, so he couldn't tell these people who he was, where he lived, and so they had to take him to the hospital, and we had to go get. It was a whole big thing. So that neighbor got to see our kid butt naked, and you know, we still haven't even talked to that neighbor. We don't even know who they are. We just know that he was found down on the street, two doors down from us. So that was a scary, scary time. So I barter my neighbors a garden, and they have chickens and wood. That's awesome. See, we're in like the city limits, so it's weird because like part of our city, like where we live, you can have chickens and some you can't. Like it's like on a line, I guess, city and county. I think some people had chickens when it was allowed, and then they kind of got grandfathered in, so they just kept
Well,
the
it's all
chickens.
about zoning. It's all about that
Right.
property and that industrial part. The city owns that, even though it's in the middle of this city.
Right. Well, see, my grandmother lived about 2 minutes from here. We're in the same
Your
city.
grandma?
Yeah, my
yeah,
grandma.
Oh yeah, Eva. A
She
minute.
always had chickens, but she had them when my dad was little growing up. So
And
when
she
they
was
changed
also
the law to where they zoned it different, she was allowed to keep them because she was grandfathered
Well, I was
in.
gonna say, and she's also on the other side too.
Right, but she's literally not. She's not with us anymore.
Well, no, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The house is over there.
Yeah. But that's awesome. I would love to live somewhere where we had property and we had neighbors we could bargain with, you know, like.
By the way,
Yeah, I'll give you tomatoes if you give me some eggs and
we actually
firewood.
did live in the country for a short amount of time.
Too many critters from the forest, so no chicken. Hungry. And it's hard, especially, I know around here, snakes are really bad, and chicken snakes are everywhere, so, you know, if the hawks aren't getting them, the snakes are going to get them, or they're going to get their eggs. Coyotes?
Yeah.
Around here?
Well,
Not like right here.
no, I'm talking
we
about
are.
where we moved from.
Oh yeah, that was the country.
That was the country, and no, they were because we've heard coyotes town before.
Yeah, that was scary. I'd first moved in with him and his parents out in the country. I'm talking, there was like, how many people was out there?
What, our neighbor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have about 3 neighbors.
There was probably 100 people in that area.
I tell you, the population of that whole county was 900 people.
Well, and so one day we were outside, and where his parents lived, they're like pasture. It was one of his family's land. There's just pasture all around. And one day we were outside, and we just hear a pack of coyotes. and we heard them take down a cow, and that was like the most.
They're pretty rough to live
Yeah,
in.
it was. It was. The hair stood up on the back of my neck. It was creepy, very creepy. Bobcats too.
Yeah, there's bobcats over there.
Where I grew up on a mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and we had bobcats, and
Yeah, 'cause
we didn't see them often, but we knew they were there.
Well,
we could hear them, and
you were right down the street from my grandmother.
yeah, I live pretty much close to where your parents lived, where I grew up.
Right, and when we were kids, and we would play in the backyard, they'd always tell us not to go up that hill. The bobcats.
Yeah, definitely scary, and that's my dream though, is to get a house out. And I don't even need a whole lot of land in the country, just enough to have like a little mini hobby farm or something, just enough for a big garden.
Right, yeah, you know.
A place where my kids, I don't have to worry about my kids playing outside because people speed down our road, and it's ridiculous and it's scary, and we can't have the kids playing outside unless we're out there watching them right on top of them.
Right.
So, but that would be awesome. Plus, I like the quiet. It's not loud out here, but you know, we're right off the road, and we definitely a car just zoomed by us a while ago.
Oh, I'd move back out there from the country, but there's nothing big enough down there now.
It just takes longer to get to stores and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's an hour away from everything out there.
Yeah. Where are we at? 71 minutes.
Well, we managed to hang in there for a while.
Yeah. I hope we weren't too boring. We'll probably wrap it up here in a second.
I'm about to say, let's save some more boring conversation for another time.
Yeah. We'll try it again.
I appreciate y'all hanging out for a while. Didn't have a whole lot to say, but it was nice trying this out. I'll say that.
Definitely.
Next time we'll be better prepared. Maybe have some topics in mind to talk about. But just the trying out, going live, and y'all hanging out with us and all that for a little while, that was awesome.
Well, at least you got some one-on-one conversation with us. Sugar and that at Homestead.
Right.
Not very often you can go on a live stream and have just one-on-one conversation, so you should feel, special.
Right.
You said I enjoyed it. Good.
Oh, thank you.
So. Well, all right, guys. I guess we're gonna wrap it up. Hammy's in there giggling, so we're going to go calm him down so he can go to sleep. But yeah, I'll definitely be checking out your channel, and hopefully you weren't too bored with us. And I don't know who else is still on here. No one else has been commenting, so. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and but yeah. Alright guys, so I'm hoping to get, I don't know, a video out soon. Within the week I'd like to get a video out. Don't know, quite sure what it'll be. Might not be a grocery haul, who knows. But I think the chat will be. But alright, we're gonna hop off here. You wanna tell them bye?
Yes. Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Alright, bye guys.
Bye.
I'm gonna figure out how to end it.